Good YouTube, man. It's CascadeCam. We'll go back to the channel. This is team number 8, the LA Chargers. I was very frustrated with this game right here, but watch it all the way to the end for a very uncommon surprise that you don't see often on this channel. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Hope to catch you in the next video. Peace.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Dallas Cowboys. Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a first down following a gain of 3. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll fake the handoff, now Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. He'll get it inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 36 yards on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. This is a counter play, Eckler, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Herbert off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one. And let him...
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, and it's Pollard again. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. No score after one on EA Sports. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Going to run again here with Pollard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 59 yards.
And they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Herbert off of play action. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, 43 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from taking the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, You've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to find the end zone. He stopped up short, and this remains a 6-6 game. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And this a very, very short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Pollard again. Room here to run. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give here to Pollard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, as the first half is winding down, and the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here and then down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, a little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taking in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
He's airing it out for Williams. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they hit for 2, but they do get it. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll run with Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Open man Lamb. It's complete. Touchdown. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Play action. It's Herbert. Rolling to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, they're trying to catch him by surprise, I think, there with a little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. it can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
They snap it to Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So a moment to catch our collective breath after. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is caught, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 30 yards. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Now this, a very short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Pollard. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Oh, a little cool here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. Oh, and the Cowboys recovered it. Yes, Cowboy